All right. So Nick Bouchard now in the lineup. He'll come along soon enough. There he is. There's Nick Bouchard. Hello. Welcome back. It's been a season. Anyways, here we go. Pro Goat is in. You know what? All right, here comes Matty Granlund. Long shot, saved by Lethin. Whoa! Whoa! Jerry Krabs, look out. Almost putting in his own net with an issue. That would have been Pro Goat a good chance, but a save. And now Granlund, big hit there. Now it's Messier in. Messier forced outside. Kovalenko now trying to take it away. And oh! That's going to get called. That's going to be a board. Bit of a soft one. I think Messier just kind of took that hit. Kind of crumpled. But it'll be a power play coming up for Salem here. 30 seconds in. Samuelson shot. Save. Rebound. Messier is there. They say crime doesn't pay, but Jean-Luc Messier's flop job definitely led to a goal. Speaking of Messier, there he is. Going 5-hole on the rebound for Lethinen as he flopped to lead to the power play, then immediately scored on the power play. I don't know what to say. That's truly unfortunate for the Toronto Bombers here, as Coronin sends a pass to nobody. They're off to a great start at home here, and Dorsey's gonna get to it first. Whoa, Dorsey behind the net. Shot blocked by Granlund. Now Vlasov up to Messier, who dumps it in, and Toronto fans not happy with him, clearly. As here comes Briere and dumps it in. Romanov, and he gets drilled behind the play. No penalty. As Cole Robinson in, save, rebound, Bouchard! Oh, off the post. Nick Bouchard nearly finds the back of the net in his first game, but doesn't quite go. Robinson in, another save by Lethinen, rebound! Saved by Lethinen. A bit of a scramble there as Ramazanov gonna get it in deep. Coronin resets and hit by Pittman. Shelton long shot, save. What a hit by Hall. Best still retains the puck, and now Carlson takes him down. All kinds of hits from this Toronto team as Pittman getting into the action now. Here comes Derek Sports. Gets by one hit, in, save, rebound, Best scores, and it's 2-0 early. Assist by Derek Sports. That one just squeaks through Lauri-Pekka Lethinen, and it is 2-0, which is early. And yikes, it's been a bad start for them. Yeah, no contact there with the goalie in what has been a very, very rough start. An unethical start, if you will, after the event. And here comes Boris Howard. Look out. Boris Howard is in. Saved by Lethinen. Here comes Hoffman. Hit by Sports. Derek Sports taken away by Knox. Here comes Sergei Kovalenko into the zone. Pass to Howe and intercepted by Boris Howard. Minute 45 seconds to go in the first as Brutus Knox handling. Skating it in himself. Here he goes. Brutus Knox in. Shot stopped by Woods. Here goes Messier. He's got a full head of steam into the zone, and Briere takes him down, and Lethinen covers. Granlund in, and it's 3-0. Snipe by Matty Granlund. As Toronto just cannot get anything going. Lucas Sanderson gets his second assist of the game. I mean, just an absolute rocket over the shoulder of Lauri-Pekka Lethinen. As big hit on Samuelson. Here comes Dorsey into the zone. Dorsey save. Woods gets the pad on it. Here comes Sanderson. Gets around one. Sanderson in, hit by Briere. A man much smaller than he is. Here goes Dorsey. Dorsey down the wing, in, save made. Dorsey trying to get to the middle. Schultz with a shot, gloved down by Woods. And a whistle. 10.6 seconds left in the first. Chance for the Bombers. Pass face off one. Shot blocked and behind the net. Rob Mazanov stolen. Schultz shot, save, rebound. Gets out. Schultz has it back. Long shot, missed the net, and that after the restart, it is 3-0 Witches, as the surprise Nick Bouchard signing has clearly borne fruit for this Salem team somehow. I don't know how, but it is. Yeah, they may or may not have won the Commons Cup last year. Who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna tell him? Someone's gonna say something, right? It's not gonna be me. All right. Anyways, after one, it's been all Salem so far, except for on the hitting department where Toronto does have them beat, but that's like Toronto's thing. All right, second period. Let's see if Toronto can get anything going, as the bomb squad is not happy so far. Sanderson in, shot saved by Lethen, rebound behind the net. Now it's Tkachuk. Tkachuk charging in, long shot. Woods just gets enough. Granlund now handling, gets up to Messier. Messier charging in, save Lethinen. Pro Goat up to Tkachuk. Buddy Tkachuk has a shot and a save. Pro Goat. Hit and puck goes free. Here comes Vlasov. Vlasov, and it's 4-0, a rocket shot. Lucas Sanderson's third assist of the game. He has been setting them up well, as Vlasov. That is a rocket of a shot. That is his fourth of the year. Another strong start for the Russian. And it is Toronto are just about ready to give up on this game. Here comes Dorsey. Dorsey hit. Gets the puck back though, and a scramble in front, and Ramazanov with the puck. Long shot, Lethinen save. Cookies up to Carlson. Carlson has space. Shot glove down by Woods, and a whistle. Face off coming up. Won by, Dorsey for chance, but a save again by Woods. He has been off to a real good start. 10 saves so far. As Bouchard in, but a save. And now it's Dorsey, hit from behind by Ramazanov. Oh, the humanity. Here comes Dorsey. He's back on his feet. Into the zone and gets crushed by Ramazanov again. He is not having a good day at the office tonight. Oof, Dorsey, he's just getting slapped around by literally everyone. Here comes Adam Best, and oh my goodness, the hitting is intensifying in this one. Bombers are mad. As Boris Howard from a long way, save. Rebound, Howard, behind the net. To Sports, and oh my goodness. Are we gonna see a fight anytime soon? That feels like there's gonna be one any moment. Here goes Sports. Save, rebound, Pittman! Doesn't go. Now it's Schultz. And he is gonna be hit from behind somehow. And there we go. Fight. Adam Best and Sean Hall, and Casey Shelton is reffing it, apparently. Get out of the way, buddy. Here we go. As they trade punches for a little bit. Best getting a few in. They are back to trading. Best gonna take down Hall. With maybe a little bit of help from Casey Shelton. I'm not sure what the rules are about that, but that didn't seem very even. Anyways, offensive zone draw for Toronto, but it's won by the Witches. And now it's Sanderson. Already has 3 assists, and now he's got a goal. Assist to Boris Howard. It is 5-0. I mean, my goodness, the Bombers just can't win at anything tonight. They lose the fight and immediately proceed to score a goal on the next rush. And poor Lauri-Pekka Lehtonen, man, he has been struggling tonight. And Ash Woods has just looked like the best goalie in the league, which, I mean, he kind of is, but even more so than usual. Here comes Jerry Krabs. Jerry Krabs, long shot off the post, and he missed the net. Oh, that was their best chance. He nails the post. Just not Toronto's night. Here goes Krabs. Pass up the sticks. Scott Sticks down the wing. Trying to go in, but taken away by Granlund. And now Granlund skating it up himself. Here we go, 2-on-1, long shot. Lethinen save. Face off, Krabs taking it, pass, and intercepted. Almost 6-0, but a save just barely made. Now it's Kermit Hoffman. Hoffman in, taken off the puck by Vlasov. 30 seconds to go in the period. Messier is in, and it's 6-0. There's no mercy rule in the CCH, but sometimes games like this make me wish there was. I mean, my goodness. I mean, this is just vintage Lauri-Pekka Lehtonen. Milwaukee fans who will tune in do understand that this is not an abnormal occurrence for him. Here's Ramazanov, another save by Lehtonen. He has made 19 saves on 25 shots. That is not a good ratio. And now Gibbs is on a breakaway. It might be 7 here. Nope, it's saved. Thank goodness. Shot, and Cameron Gibbs, 7-0. Oh my goodness. You know what? Nick Bouchard, he was the key this whole time. Who would have known? I don't understand. That might have been the greatest signing they've made all year. And it wasn't even their GM's choice. It doesn't make any sense. Here goes Kovalenko. As the defense has been not there at all tonight. So Dorsey, but a fantastic stop by Woods. Dorsey again, and Tkachuk just blocked his own guy's shot. And this is pure dysfunction here in Air Canada Center, to say the least. At least they got 22 hits. I guess it could be worse. Except that they lost the fight that resulted from all of those hits. All right, third period. Let's just get this over with. There's not really much else to say on the matter. Oh my god. Hey, Zenon. Kovalenko, and won't even get a shot off. Here's Tkachuk. Tkachuk shot, screened, but saved anyways. Krabs, and Tkachuk with a good hit on Messier. Tkachuk in, another stop. Progo gets it to Krabs from the point, saved by Woods, and a whistle. I mean, I don't know what to say. Nothing about this makes any sense. Other than Ash Woods playing good as Samuelson gets crushed by Tkachuk. Here goes Messier, and he is hit by Kovalenko. Here he goes, trying to beat the whole defense. 1-on-2, he might, but he couldn't get past Woods. Dorsey to Tkachuk, another save. Here comes Carlson. Shot, save made. Carlson to the middle, intercepted by Sanderson. Sanderson forging ahead. Carlson at the hit. Here he goes. Carlson hit by Ramazanov. And here comes Vlasov into the zone. Dumped it in. Now it's Cookies. Up to Carlson. And hit by Gagne. Here comes Robinson. Hit intercepted. Dorsey charging in, another save. 20 saves so far for Ash Woods in this one as Brieren. And a penalty coming up here. Gagne. Our first penalty of the night. Or sorry, since the first period. As that might have saved the goal. And now a power play coming up for the Bombers here as Krabs of a shot saved. And Samuelson crushed by Tkachuk on the boards. Here's Samuelson. Samuelson with room, save made by Lehtonen. Here comes Tkachuk. Tkachuk is in, he scores! Buddy Tkachuk on the power play, and they finally are on the board here. A little too late, perhaps, but still at least something for the 50 fans still in attendance. Halfway through the third period, and a mass hit at center ice. A couple of guys went flying as Sports goes in, passes the slot to Gagne. It was saved. Sports behind the net and nailing the post. Goes Progoat and Tkachuk. Progoat, save, rebound again. Kovalenko misses the net. Gagne. Save by Lehtonen. Now it's Progoat. And he gets rocked by Sanderson. Bouchard. And it's taken away. Sanderson, the Messier. Saves. Rebound. Nothing will go. Messier, big hit by Cookies. Here comes Kovalenko. Dumped it in. Shelton resetting. Pass out to Pittman. Pittman breakaway. Here he goes. He's in and he scores. Quentin Pittman, and that is the cherry on top of this one. 8-1 is the score. And the 50 fans left in the arena are now shuffling out. So, yeah. Here we go. Messier up to Pittman again. Pittman charging up the wing. Pittman shot blocked by his own man. Here's Shelton. Shot misses the net. Schultz to Karpov. Pass to Sticks. And big hit from Pittman there. Here he goes down the wing again. Pittman. Shot save. Rebound covered by Lethinen. Face off. Here's Koronen. Up to Hoffman. 5 seconds to go. Hoffman. Shot blocked. Cleared, and that is it. I have no words to describe that other than just pure domination. That's the kind of game that gets teams relegated, to be honest. I think that's the biggest blowout of the year, actually, so far this year. Amazingly. And there have been some big ones. Anyways, player of the game for this one, Lucas Sanderson with 4 points tonight. Resim, no signing. Just put a just have Nathan play 14 skaters. That'd be something. All right. Next game. It's the Extreme and the Phoenix. That might be a game about as bad as this one, for multiple reasons. All right, Extreme Phoenix. It's a bit of a not a mid off, but a mid team versus a very, very, very bad team who just got even worse because they just traded Jeremy Briggs. Like, if I had anti-tanking measures, I don't. The Phoenix would be under all kinds of sanctions right now, but I'm a nice guy, so none of that. Mr. Matthews, yes, it is year one, but every other team is actually decent. Like even the Swordfish, they're the worst expansion team so far, but they're not even that bad. They have 2 wins. They have 2 wins, and haven't been all that bad so far. I mean, they've mostly just been unlucky, to be honest. The Phoenix are just so shit because their GM just does not care. That's all I have to say on the matter. If they go 0-20, there might be things that have to happen. Well, one thing's for sure, they'll be picking second in the draft because there's no way they're winning the first overall game. I mean, they were still easily the worst team in the league before that, also. So, like, even before he got injured, it was like 5-2 or something, or 5-1. Not to mention their GM literally said this helps the tank, so that's all I have to say. Here's Luke Deputy in, and saved by Legace. At least he can somewhat function. Here's Savage. Save, rebound. Oh, Terrence Birdie almost did something with that. Here goes Dubé. Dubé, a long-range shot saved by Legace. And here's Rusty Fox, missed the net. Behind the net. Fox, saved. Rebound, nothing there. Up to Peters. Up to Bergstrom. Bergstrom missed the net. And save by Gunnarsson. That was actually a good save. That was actually a good play. Benton, long range, saved. And Bergstrom going to take a penalty here. Hooking is the call. And I'm not quite sure what that was, but Legace will cover. Deputy to Dubé, long shot, safe. Deputy behind the net. And tried to pass it to, I believe, to Dion, but Legace just covers. Face off. Won by Ulamaki. Whoa, shot saved. And cleared. Here's Deputy trying to go up the wing. Here he goes. Deputy in, a shot. Save made. Iowa behind his own net and clears. And whoa, Snowflinga! As the penalty expires, saved by Gunnarsson. And a whistle. 1:17 to go in the first. No score so far in this one. Here's Rusty Fox, and he runs into a cloud of Phoenix and going the other way. And hit Bergstrom taken down. Now it's Fox. Stolen. Zane Rust. Long shot off the post. Off the inside of the post too, but in a pass to Bates and he scores. Patrick Bates. And Jacksonville are ahead 1-0. As Rust nailing the inside of the post, and a great pass by Rust. Way to get after his own rebound. And, yeah, it's 59 seconds left, and the Phoenix are up 1-0. All of a sudden, here's Savage. Saved, rebound, and whoa, Fisher. Look out. Here goes Peter. Peters in. What a move, what a shot, but a save by Legace, and a whistle. As Colorado, the Six have gone to sleep so far. They have not been able to get they've been able to get quality shots, but just nothing has gone in on a supposedly bad goalie. Hedman there, but a strong stop by Gunnarsson. Pass in the middle, Strome saved. Rebound, another save by Gunnarsson. Now it's Phillips. Here comes Strome. And defended well. Now it's Koivu. Eli Koivu. And just runs right into the defender. What is this team, bro? Here's Nichols, the new top center on the team, I believe. Actually, no, it's Bergstrom. It's Bergstrom's the number 2 center, but technically the highest rated. Here's Strome, intercepted. Nichols has it. Nichols to Strome, saved. And Phillips is gonna clear. That's it for the first. And after one, it's been pretty ugly for the home team. And I mean the game's started with me shit talking their GM, but it has turned into something else entirely, as they are up on the Colorado Extreme. How did this happen? I am not sure, but Patrick Bates has the goal. And Colorado hasn't really done much of anything. We'll go to the second period. Can this first line get something together? They were very hyped going into the season, and they've just turned it over. Savage shot, save. Savage. And he's hit by Giroux, who seems to be the only functioning member of society on this team. Now Deputy. Deputy charging in, but a save. Legace having a real strong start to the game. 9 for 9 so far. Savage, saved by Gunnarsson. Alamaki, saved by Gunnarsson. Erdy, saved by Gunnarsson. Now Deputy 2-on-2 oh, now Fox joins the rush. 3-on-2. Save, missed the net. Dion saved again, and Rust Takes it out, and here he goes, breakaway for Zane Rust. Saved. And a penalty coming up here. This as a bit of a wild stick. Ends up tripping him, and a power play coming up for Colorado. Face-off, won by Jacksonville, and they're not going to clear. They're just going to give it to Strome. And he's going to skate in, and a penalty called. Andrew East is called for a hooking. And it's a 4-on-4. Bezlil, Kololamaki, save, rebound, and it's 2-0. Alexi Lolimaki in his first game with the Jacksonville Phoenix, and it is 2-0. As the 4-on-4 bears fruit for these Jacksonville Phoenix. Just 3 seconds into it off the face-off. There's a face-off won by Colorado, and they're going to clear. Okay, I'm not sure what that was. They're going to change. I'm not really sure what's going on here. Here's Jen Strome. Strome and taken away. Peters, whoa! Middleton on a breakaway. Oh, what a save by Legace on the rebound. Now it's Lolamaki. Penalty over. Lolamaki to Strome off the post. Now all the penalties are over. Fisher on the ice. Shot saved. Middleton behind the net. Pass to Peters. Gets it back to Fisher. From the point. In. Save. And the rebound out to Strome. Breakaway chance here. Some redemption maybe. Saved. Not quite. Bergstrom with the hit. Bergstrom gets crushed by Fisher. And now Middleton. Stolen by Hedman, who gets crushed by Fisher again. Another shot, another save by Gunnarsson. He has been under siege tonight. 21 shots, and we're not even done with the second period. And that pass goes all the way to Narnia. I mean, they've got to tank sometimes. They can't be perfect all the time. They can't. They're a 0-6 team. They can't win all I guess, or any for that matter. Here goes Phillips. Alexander Phillips. Shot, glove down by Legace. And a whistle. Great glove save by the goalie who has had to struggle so much this year under a bad system, but has made the most of it here. 16 saves so far tonight. And face-off one. Dion, stolen by JJ Savage. 2-on-2 with Birdie, and he's just going to kill time and dump it in. Deputy up to Dion, who's by himself. Christoph Dion is in, but a save by Legace. Shot, another save, and covered by Legace. Another stop from the Jacksonville goaltender. Face off, Dubé, saved by Legace. Giroux keeps it in, another stop. Deputy, and shot, another stop by Legace. Mutton chops, long shot, saved by Gunnarsson. The goalies have been quite good tonight on both teams, to be honest. Here's Deputy. Deputy forced to the outside. Pass to Fox! Oh, he can't beat Legace on a couple of marvelous saves there. And oh, now it's Phillips. And they're on the board. Two to one now the score is Legace has done everything he can. But just too much rush, and the defense did not really do anything. And with 12.7 seconds left, it is a 2-1 game. Here's Bezlil up to Bergstrom. Bergstrom stolen by Andrew East. In he goes, intercepted. Bergstrom stolen by East again. East with room, saved. And they will get it out. That'll be it for the second. I mean, oh my goodness, neither of these teams know what defense is. Look at those expected goals. Those are super high compared to the shots. Nobody on either of these teams knows what defense is, but both the goalies have been on fire. We'll see if that continues into the third or if they'll be fatigued. Anyways, face-off at center ice, won by Fox, and we begin the third. Here goes Rusty Fox, stood up by Mutton Chops. Here comes Birdie. Birdie stood up by Dubé, and now he's off to the races. Breakaway, save by Legace. Dubé to Fox, backhander, save, penalty on Dion. Tripped up Mutton Chops in front of the net, and Jacksonville off to the power play. Rust missed the net. And okay. I think Gunnarsson caught Giroux's clearing attempt. I don't know how, but that's the only explanation I can think of for that. As, whoa, kicking it out. Giroux ends up skating it out. Here he goes. Giroux, long shot, save. Legace. Deputy, whoa. Short-handed chance, but a save. Alas, here's Birdie. Birdie, pass to Savage. Good puck movement, but another stop by Gunnarsson. Deputy trying to get it out here. Gonna just skate it out, and now Lolamaki charging in with in the final seconds of this penalty, and that'll be it. Dion back on the ice. Deputy gonna dump it in. Here comes Savage. Down the wing, 2-on-2 with Birdie. Savage in a shot, saved by Gunnarsson. Now it's Christophe Dion. Dion. Legace just gets the blocker on it. Now it's Rust, and intercepted by East. Shots, a couple of saves by Legace there. And now it's Savage dumping it in. Almost halfway through the third, Jacksonville holding on to a 2-1 lead that feels like it could collapse at any moment. As Colorado have been applying pressure. Here comes Bergstrom. Intercepted Benton. Shark Benton with Dion. Long shot, Legace save. Belisle. I still don't know how to say that. Belisle? Something like that. Here's Patrick Bates. Already has one tonight. Try to pass to Iowa, but Koivu intercepts. Koivu shot. Blockered away by Legace. 35 saves for him tonight. Here comes Koivu. Nickel intercepts. Strome going to the net, but the puck never came. Oh man, here's Koivu. Another shot over the net. Past Legace, but ends up going over Heikkinen. Whoa. And covered by Legace. 54 seconds left. Colorado running out of time here. What will they do? First line is on. Giroux shot knocked away by Legace at the last moment. Now it's Lolamaki. Lolamaki. Can he do it again? Lolamaki. Almost dangles everyone, but ends up getting stripped. Now Deputy. Shot saved by Legace. Lolamaki again. Down to 30 seconds. Lolamaki hit by Dubé. And out the other way. Dubé. Long shot. Saved by Legace. As Savage picks up the puck. 30 seconds left. They just need to clear the clock. Savage is in. Saved. Rebound. Goes behind the net. Try to get to the middle. Nothing going. Where's the defense? Thank you. There they are. Now Birdie. Birdie. Just, oh my goodness. Still going in. Birdie. Birdie is in. Doesn't go. 5 seconds left. Andrew East. Bad pass. No. They're not going to do it. The Jacksonville Phoenix are going to win a game. Oh my goodness. You have got to be kidding me. Mr. Legace, Monsieur Legace, you are not human. You have made 38 saves. And the goddamn Jacksonville Phoenix have won a game. Oh my goodness. I do not believe what I have just seen from Patrice Legace. One of the greatest performances I have seen. Oh my goodness. I am in shock right now. I didn't think they could do it. Seriously. On the road, nonetheless. You can't even blame Gunnarsson. He's over 900 on the game. He had a very good game, in fact. Probably the best game of his career so far. And yet the offense just died. They just couldn't score. On Patrice Legace, the worst goalie in the league or something. It doesn't make any sense, but it happened. And the Phoenix have won a game. They might actually win a couple now if they get Riikonen back next for day 8. So who knows what could happen? They played Extreme again in day 9. You know what's probably a good thing Solana wasn't here because crash out of the century, first of all. Second of all, I don't know. It's just funny when neither GM is here for an absolutely ludicrous game like this one. I don't know. Anyways, Jacksonville Phoenix, welcome to Victoryland. And next up we've got Michigan and Carvina, and Michigan have a new face in their goaltending ranks. They have Anthony Price coming in from Orlando. For this divisional battle. And yeah, welcome Anthony Price to the lineup for his first game. Not in an Orlando Stripes jersey. All right, here we go. Cruisers, Jokers, a divisional battle here. As now both Michigan goalies have gold pads. Is a tradition starting in Michigan here. As here we go, Heikkinen, and intercepted by Valancourt, and I'm not quite sure what that was. Here goes Moravec. Rogers at the one back. Moravec, and he missed the net. Anthony Price didn't even have to do anything. All right, here's Nystrom. Nystrom, save, rebound, and he scores. Okay, Nystrom. 53 seconds in. And it's 1-0. All right, Whitaker taking it to Arvidsson, save, Ragnar Arvidsson, and he gets crushed by Sports. My goodness. All right, save by Price. Koppinen to Dusik, save by Price. Now Nut with it, and good defense. Arvidsson, and gets crushed by Horak. Patrick Horak to Ventura from long range. She scores. A bit of a muffin there, and it just leaps over the shoulder of Price. I think it's the Orlando effect, guys. I think Anthony Price may have been carried by the defense. Cause I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. That was a terrible goal to give up for Anthony Price, especially in your first game in a new city. Maybe he's just not used to the Motor City. It happens. There's Lethinen. Shot, Hasek save. He's clearly used to it. And another chance, another stop. Here goes Blazik. Blazik save by Price. Whistle. 1:19 to go in the first. Hood shot saved. Blazik, shot blocked. Here goes Lethinen. Shot, hit, scores! Vino Lethinen on a seeing eye shot finds the back of the net, and it is 2-1. All right, dump and chase action. Oh, and it doesn't quite work. All right, here's Blazik. Blazik and Moravec. Shot, Price kicking it away. Valancourt long range shot was screened by Green, but still got in the way. Now it's Olsen. Brennan Olsen And a strong hit there. Now Moravec into the zone. Good defense by Rogers. Olsen hit by Winthrop. Now it's Moravec. And whoa, Gasser Winthrop, and he's in, and he scores. 3-1 now the score after that rocket from Gasser Winthrop. I mean, I don't know what to say. Anthony Price has, once he gets away from Orlando, he just forgets how to play hockey. He just made just 10 saves in the first period on 13 shots. Anyways, dump and chase here from Michigan. Here goes Moravec. Moravec. You know what? If Barnov makes like 30 saves next game and allows like 2 goals, he is. It's definitely the Orlando effect. There is something going on. The defense is making a big difference. It's the Colorado Avalanche. You know. Here's Nystrom. Okay, Nystrom. Penalty coming up here. Alex Rogers gonna get called for tripping. Their best D-man, their best player by a long way. And now Carvino power play at the end of the first. As they can't clear. Koppinen has his shot blocked by Moravec. Now back. Koppinen saved. 5 seconds. Dushik trying to move the puck, and Whitaker will clear. That's it for the first. Not a good start for these Michigan Cruisers. Not a good start for Anthony Price, who allows 3 in the first period. And we'll go to the second. Carvina up significantly, 3-1. 10-4 on hits they lead, too. Anyways, here we go. Second period. Action underway. And Thompson, Dexter Thompson charging in. Saved by Hasek. Now Moravec intercepted. Graf has it poked away. And now here comes Lubomir Moravec. In, hit by Dominic Green. Penalty expires. Here comes Green. On alone and a save. And a penalty. Right as Rogers gets out of the box, Dominic Green takes another tripping call. And the Jokers are back on the power play. And they clear to start the period, to start it, so at least it's not all bad. Reset, Lemoine has it to Moravec. To Winthrop. Valancourt saved. Rebound. Winthrop hit the post. Behind the net now. Winthrop trying to do something, but saved, and Rogers clears. Lemoine will reset as the Cruisers get some changes. Here's Lemoine, deep shot saved. Rogers, penalty over. Here goes Alex Rogers all on his own. Long shot saved. He's the only one on his team that can really do anything, get anything going on. As Valancourt goes in, a floater of a shot is saved. Moravec, another stop on the bad angle shot. Now it's, whoa, the Red Sea parts. Bust the nut is in, saved. Moravec. Shot blocked by Nelson. And here comes Arvidsson down the wing. Just one D-man back. Sports Arvidsson, and he is immediately met. And Dominic Green out of the box gets crushed. Dushik. Shot blocked by Thompson. Arvidsson taking over. Definitely still has some of that speed. He has been a good puck mover for this Michigan team, as Hannanen tried to find Thompson, but Koppinen was like right in the way. Now Rogers, and oh! Penalty coming up here, and Alex Rogers. Oh no, he's down. And Koppinen will sit for 2 minutes as a bit of a leg-on-leg collision there. That was not a pretty hit by any means. And Rogers is down the tunnel. He is done for the game. Thompson in, shot, save. Glass to Austin, back to Graf. Save made. Puck Austin, back to Graf. Thompson, another stop. Glass is in, but a save. And Valancourt isn't able to, he finally does clear. Graf taking the puck to Austin, to Glass. And surrounded, but he keeps going. Randall Glass to Graf, shot, save, rebound. Hasek of a couple of nice saves there. Koppinen out of the box. And Glass immediately takes another penalty. Oh my goodness, and this Michigan team. Oh my goodness, that is their third tripping call of the game. Somebody in the coaching staff needs to change, because there's no way this is accidental. It looks intentional at this point. No, that's your third. Rogers took one. Someone else took one, and now he's took one. Or maybe. The stick penalties need to stop, though. It is bad. Price covers. We'll have a face-off coming up here. 32 seconds left in the second period. And Lemon shot saved, and Green takes it out. Skating it himself. Long shot saved by Hasek. Allen court up to Moravec. 20 seconds left. The penalty just about to expire. In, saved, and with zeros on the clock, the penalty technically still on the board. So they'll have to take the face-off 5-on-4. And face-off 1. And Koppinen gets rocked by Heikkinen. Revenge from his fellow captain. Here goes Koppinen. Koppinen in, save. Strong hit by Heikkinen as he continues to make John Koppinen's life a living hell out there. They need to start a fight with him. Anyways, that's it for the second. 3-1 after 2. In a bit of an ugly game, and not to mention Alex Rogers going down the tunnel. This has been the worst case scenario for the Michigan Cruisers. Especially when you consider any trades that may or may not have happened recently. I'm sure their GM is regretting that at this point. Anyways, third period, here we go. Anyways, oh, Moravec with the interception. There he goes. Good interception by Whitaker. Nothing going. Whitaker is playing defense. Okay. I don't know why, but that is interesting. Like, it is because Rogers is out, but why would they put Whitaker? Why not a defenseman? That's really confusing. Okay, here goes Heikkinen. Heikkinen, save, rebound. Austin behind the net. And, whoa. Here's Moravec. Shot, saved by Price, rebound, doesn't go. Moravec behind his own net, or not behind his own net, behind the net, and Winthrop, it's covered by Price. Face off. Second line is on, and now they have a normal lineup. Here's Robert Graf. Graf, big hit there by Dushik. Here goes Nystrom. Nystrom charging in. Great move, and he scores. Silly Mata and Quill Sports with the assists. It is 4-1. As Anthony Price may not have been completely his fault, but that is still a tough scene for him. He has allowed 4 on 30 shots tonight. As Ake Nystrom just nutmegs William Nelson on the way to the net. And yeah, it's 4-1. Dushik saved by Price. Here goes Graf. And the offense just cannot do anything. Nut is in, but a save. Graf hit by Silimata. Here goes Nystrom. Nystrom did the same thing again. It worked again, but this time Price was up to it. And Nystrom in. Nystrom, and he scores. And here come a couple hats on the ice from the Carvina faithful, who are here in attendance. It is 5-1. And what has been an ugly game for Anthony Price, as he could not completely his fault, but he both fails to cover the puck and the post on this one. I mean, he's got a chance to cover at least a couple times. And Nystrom just takes full advantage. He is still quite good, even in his slightly older age. Here comes Quincy Grimes now, and Blazek. Blazek trying to get to the net, shot, Price save. Shot, Ventura saved. It's such a blowout. They're getting people who have never taken shots before to take shots. They've got Joey Ventura taking shots in the slot. And whoa! Marie Hannanen makes it 5-2. Anyways, yeah, not the greatest shot in the world from Marie Hannanen, but it does find the back of the net, and 1:15 left. It is 5-3, and Nut shot saved. Glass missed the net. Whitaker, whoa, what's happening there? Glass tried to find the middle, but Nut doesn't go. Moravec. Shot saved by Price. Rebound off the post. Now Glass. As Valancourt feeling a bit spirited, and he goes, long shot, floating it on net, and Price saves it. And all right, here comes Arvidsson. And whoa, how does he? Okay, never mind. He's had the puck for a very long time there. Here goes Robert Graf in, hit by Koppinen, who is the #1 most evil man in public enemy #1 in Michigan after that hit on Alex Rogers. Here goes Graf in, saved. There's Brennan Olsen, and that is it. 5-2 win for the Jokers in a pretty ugly game for the Michigan Cruisers, and they have lost their longest tenured player and best player for who knows how long. As, I mean, they just got absolutely dog-walked by the Jokers in a very rough showing, to say the least. Yeah, that didn't look like a bad hit, and he did go off under his own power, so hopefully it's not for too long, or is a minor injury. So, anyways. Player of the game, Ake Nystrom with the Hattie. In a very good game for the Carvita Jokers. I forgot to post stats. Who are you? Who are you? It's crazy. Who are you is crazy. All right. As all 3 road teams have won so far tonight. All right. Next up, we got 2 more on the docket for tonight. This should be a fun one, at least. It's Stripes Snappers. Hatton versus McBride, yet again. And this time, at the Bounce House. All right, Stripes and Snappers, 2 teams that have been quite good to begin the year. Stripes obviously have lost just twice in their first 6 games, and one of them was an overtime loss, so they still got points out of it. Meanwhile, the Snappers are 3-1. They've played 4 games, and Muffin McBride has been a catalyst for most of it, but definitely a better offensive performance for them. They are averaging 4 goals a game, among the better teams offensively in the CCH this year. But they played the Orlando Stripes, a team that allows goals like no other, like almost no other. They are somehow 3rd allowed in goals, 3rd best in goals allowed, just behind Salem and Seattle so far. Anyways, here we go. Welcome to Stripes Snappers. Should be a good one. At the Bounce House. Some new faces in the lineup for the Stripes. Kerry Heikla back on the team. In addition to Jeremy Briggs, who leads the league in points. Here's Emil. Shot. First save by second save by McBride. That was a good one, though. Whoa! Emil at the hit behind the play. No penalty is called. Kravchenko going in, but a stop by Hatton. Here goes Bennis. Shot. Another stop by McBride. Bennis. Back to Knight. Blocked. Kanye West. Here he goes. 2-on-1. West. Shot. Save by Hatton. West try to find Lundqvist. Intercepted. Bennis on a breakaway. Ivan Bennis is in, but blockered away by McBride. Fedorov. Blocked shot by Blades. Or his own guy. Yikes. Kaputskin up to West. West has some room. He's going to keep going despite the tiredness. Save made. Rat Fink with the puck. And whoa. Here's Alex Hughes in. Saved. Hughes battling again. In, and that was a great effort by Alex Hughes, but missed the net. Stepani Nyman. Good stick by Yuri Kaputskin. Fink to Fedorov. Oh! Vernikov Fedorov with a fantastic shot. The one-timer from Rat Fink. And it's 1-0. They say it hit the net, so it counts. Yeah, looks like it may have just barely. It does hit the net, which does indicate that it is a good goal. Anyway, 1-0 to score. Stepani Nyman. Puck stripped. Here goes Hill. And defended well. Now it's Jeremy Briggs, the new trade acquisition from Jacksonville. It's really funny that they won a game once they traded their second best player. That is really funny. Here's Koskinen. Intercepted by Briggs. Briggs, saved by McBride. Here goes Vacone. Here's Kallio. Shot! Oh! Oh my! Carey Heikkila put it into... Oh, went off. The puck was saved by Hatton. It goes off Carey Heikkila and into the net. Oh my. And this game is tied. Oh my goodness. You have got to be kidding me. I've never seen that before, and this game is tied. And a bullshit goal to go along with a maybe somewhat also bullshit goal, but it doesn't matter. Here's Pasi Kallio. He's feeling lucky, but a save this time. Oh my goodness. Here goes Raymond Norman into the zone. Shot. Knocked away by McBride. Norman in the corner. What is going on? They are fighting for the puck. Norman does not want to pass it. There we go. All right, here goes Bergvist. Bergvist, and eventually the puck taken away. Whoa! Raymond Norman, look out. Here he goes. The wrecking ball. Across the line. And Kallio puts an end to him. Now it's Vacone. Dumping it in. The captain goes for a change. Pasta Knight. To Norman. Still on the ice. Dumps it in. Avery Semp gonna get there. And blasted by Ricard Lundqvist. Now it's Kanye West. 3-on-2. West. Blocked shot by Knight. West. Try to get to the middle, but Blades with the defense. Blades. Shot. Stopped by McBride. Bennis. Missed shot. Save. Brambarak. West. Shot. Stopped by Hatton and a whistle. Almost said McBride. That's not McBride. That's Lincoln Hatton. Face off. Hill. Blocked shot. This time beneficial for the Stripes. That's it for the first. All right, that was certainly a first period. Two of the craziest goals you will ever see. And it is tied at 1. I wouldn't expect anything less from this rivalry. It feels like it's always a very, very good close game between these two, no matter the circumstance. All right, second period. 1-1 the score after 1, and Stripes win the face-off. 3-on-2, Emil. And hit by Hendricks. Here he goes. Magma Hendricks. In. Saved by Hatton. Now they're on the rush again. 3-on-3. Benes in. Save. McBride. Kallio. Long shot. Saved. West. Blasted by Pasanite. Kallio. Backhander from the point. Saved. Semp. Whoa. Good defense. Here's Semp. Pass to Bondarenko. Missed the net. Wasn't even close. As Magma Hendricks up to Kravchenko. Kravchenko gonna keep going. His shot blockered away. Just barely by Hatton. Kravchenko, one of the better shooters in the league. As here goes. Oh, he's still on the ice. Whoa, and then he gets blasted by Bones Howard. There he goes. Down the wing. Howard in. Finding. Oh, the Blades. And whoa. That's gotta be interference, but not called. Blades. Pass back to Fink. Save. Rambarak. Oh! Whoa! Bones Howard. I don't know what to say about that, but that was a very garbage goal by the Orlando Stripes as Jack Blades and Rat Fink get the assists. And, I mean, Rambarak gets crushed into the net, but doesn't touch McBride at all. No penalty. Not even close, actually. And the Stripes go up 2-1. Here's to Pawnee Nyman, to Blades, and oh, Blades is in! Save by McBride. Fink keeps it in. Long shot, save, and covered. Face off. Fink. And whoa, scrambled around, but Kaputskis eventually getting it out. Dumps it in. Mironov up to Norman. Norman skating up the ice. He's fast and he's got hitting. Not really much of a shot though as he misses the net on the rebound. Briggs back to Heikla. Save. Briggs. Save. Norman! Raymond Norman makes it 3-1. And Jeremy Briggs gets his first point on the Orlando Stripes. It seems like all the new guys coming together for that goal. Plus Raymond Norman, who almost never scores. Honestly, out of all the players to score on the Orlando Stripes, that is about the happiest goal combo you could ask for. Those three players at that time. It doesn't get better than that. There's a shot and a save by Hatton. Whistle coming up, and a face-off coming up. Third line's battling. And, whoa, Bergvich, chance, save. Racone. Trying to get back to Brunet, but intercepted by Joachim Bauer. Here comes Norman. Norman hunting for that second goal, perhaps. Here he goes. He's in! Oh, and he scores! Raymond Norman! 4-1 all of a sudden. Off the post and in. A marvelous shot from Raymond Norman. And I mean an absolute rocket of a shot. My goodness, I didn't know he had it in him. All right, big hits there. 4-1. This is the most goals that Muff McBride has allowed in a while as they play keep away behind the net. Here's Bauer to Emil, saved, rebound, doesn't go. There's a reset as Heikla gets at the Benes with defenders in his face, dumped in by Bauer. Hendricks gonna get their first up to Kravchenko. Now don't count out this Milwaukee team. They know how to score too all of a sudden this year. They have been quite good at it. They are averaging 4 a game as West goes in, saved. He gets taken out by Bondarenko. However, the Orlando Stripes among the best defending teams in the league, so it'll be a good match for this Milwaukee team. We'll see how it goes as Kravchenko skating in. Save, rebound, behind the net he goes. Kravchenko shot blocked by Fedorov. Good job by him. Here goes Avery Semp. Down the wing, he's in, but saved by McBride. Blades, intercepted by Brambarak. 3 seconds left, one last shot. Brambarak saved, and that took us to the end of the second. 4-1 Stripes after 2. And they have just been, they have taken over this game, man. Lincoln Hatton has had to do hardly anything after that goal in the first. And yeah, Stripes off to some smooth sailing here as they go to the third period. Raymond Norman has 2 goals. something you love to see. Even if you're not a Stripes fan, Raymond Norman, a fan favorite for his on ice and off ice antics, and yeah, he's having a great game, probably the best of his career so far. Might be his first multi-point game of his career, actually. I'm not really sure. Definitely first multi-goal as Pasicalio in a save. Now one-on-one, Avery Semp and Hendricks. Shot stopped by McBride. Sherwood up to Kravchenko. Kravchenko going wide, in, hit the post, and covered by Hatton. As at this point, Milwaukee just kind of getting unlucky here. They've definitely had the chances. They are just not getting the goals to pass Lincoln Hatton, and when they do, it hits the post. Here's Sherwood. And Bondarenko crushing him, and we're gonna have a fight here. Hendricks challenging Ivan Benes after the hit on Kravchenko, and here we go. Benes mauling Hendricks, and Hendricks getting a few in. Whoa, combo, here he goes. Hendricks at the comeback. A great bout between two younger players in this league, and Benes goes down. Hendricks winning the fight. We'll see if that gives his team a boost down the stretch here, as they clearly need some sort of spark. There's a shot and a save from McBride and a whistle. Face off. And here comes Kravchenko. There's a 3-on-2, the first line for Milwaukee. Here they go. Kravchenko. And that was the worst pass I've ever seen. Here goes Raymond Norman. Norman. The fans want to see the hat trick, but it wasn't to be, at least not yet. Here Raymond Norman has it back and intercepted by Kravchenko. Knocked off his stick. Kravchenko is in. What a play! He scores. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Vitaly Kravchenko, still among the best players in the league. And I mean, he just absolutely dangles Blades and Heikla on the way to the net. And with 2:07 left, this game is not over. It's just a 2-goal game. And you know what they say about 2-goal leads in this sport. All the way. 2 minutes to go in the game as Brambarak charging in. Nyman takes it. Nyman intercepted by Kaputskin. Blades is there, but a shot saved by McBride and a whistle. Stripes out shooting the Snappers 31-20 this game. There has been a clear better team as far as attack goes, but still yet to be seen who will be the winner as Alex Hughes go in and Hatton with a couple of marvelous stops and a whistle. Face off. Won by the Stripes. Otto Emile to Bones Howard. Shot. Tried to go 5-hole, but it was saved by McBride. Now it's Brambarak. Hit by Howard. Now Koskinen taking over. He'll get it deep, and the Snappers will go for a change here. Vacone with the interception. Shot ring off the post. Vacone behind the net. Trying to find someone, but there's nobody home. Bauer is in. Shot just knocked away by McBride. Bruno Brunet is in. A save. Fink up to Howard. Howard, as everyone drops off, goes for a change. Howard, the only one up, but a save by McBride. To Vacone. Vacone has an angle, but Blades at the hit. Up to Avery Semp, who gets rocked by Pasicalio. Still on the older side now, but still a fearsome defender. As Norman goes in. Raymond Norman, save, just barely by McBride. Wow. Nearly a third goal. Here goes West. West, save made by Hatton. And here goes Knight. Past the Knight, into the zone, blocked. Kravchenko, breakaway! Vitaly Kravchenko, saved by Hatton. Sherwood, back to Lundqvist, to West, another stop from Lincoln Hatton. Intercepted. Heikla, 15 seconds to go, long shot, stopped. Nyman to the corner, intercepted by Sherwood. Norman intercepting again. And Kravchenko keeping it alive. Kravchenko hit by Heikla, and that might be it. Briggs from a long way, saved, and that is it. The Orlando Stripes take it 4-2. I mean, what else can you say? Stripes proving they are still among the elite teams in the league as they knock off the Milwaukee Snappers. A 4-2 victory for them. Player of the game is Raymond Norman. You love to see it. As Muffin McBride have a bit of an off night. Under 900 save percentage. Anyways, we'll have one more game. We'll have the Monarchs and the Caribou. We're saved the best rivalry for last, perhaps. Yep. All right. Extreme taking on... Actually, wait. What am I saying? What the heck am I saying, guys? I'm not on it. All right. Monarchs, Caribou. Les Batailles de Québec, as they say in French, Canadian, whatever. All right, so Monarchs, Caribou. The Monarchs, the surprise team of the league so far. They are leading the Eastern Conference with games in hand against well, actually they're second in the East now that Salem has won another game, but they could take it back with a win here over the Quebec Caribou, who have been decent out the gate, 2-1, 0-2 so far, but looking for more wins. They need it to stay in the East race. And I think this is gonna be a great game. Townsend versus Porter in net. Should be a good one. Here we go. 1 second. All right, time to start. At the Chateau de Glace in Montreal. It's the Monarchs and Caribou. It's the Battle of Quebec. As the upstart expansion team takes on the old guard. And here comes Ekstrom breakaway. Early chance here. Ekstrom is in and he scores! William Ekstrom just 9 seconds in. And it is 1-0 Monarchs. Let the heaving away begin for the Montreal Monarchs. As Ekstrom going 5-hole on Trout Porter. Face off. Won by Siltanen. Here comes Stone as Siltanen gonna dump it in. Okay. Siltanen. Bad angle shot saved. Now it's Phil Gates. Shot stopped by Townsend. Ekstrom defended well. Long shot, missed the net, sorry. Here goes Whitney. Whitney trying to go wide, saved by Townsend. Rebound behind the net, battling for it here is Siltanen, showing some of his toughness as Niskanen in, save, rebound. Stanek missing the net there. And another shot stopped by Townsend. Snow from a long way, save. Stanek blocked by Stone. To the middle, knocked away. Now it's Tex Ham, who is still on the ice a minute into the game. He's a workhorse, they say. Here goes Stevenson. Up to Tex Ham, who is just going to get it deep, as he's quite a bit slower after some energy loss. Stevenson in on a breakaway after the change. In he goes, saved by Townsend. In goes Jet Larson. In, save, rebound, Porter. A couple of strong saves there. Here comes Stevenson. In he goes, Stevenson to Lundahl. A couple of saves by Townsend. And whoa. Whoa, big hit by Paul Vacone, showing he still has it. Samerson in. was injured for one game, but that one game happened to be their break. So pretty lucky for the Quebec Caribou as they end up not missing any games. Here goes Lazarev. Pass to Larson. Save, rebound, missed the net. And whoa, ends up going behind the net. And he scores! Jet Larson. 2-0 Monarchs. Great hustle from the third liner. And the Montreal Monarchs take the 2-0 lead against the team that were expected to beat them. But so far, they have had the upper hand. Strolberg, big hit by Markov. Here goes Loxton. Here's a Bragimov. Samerson up to Martinez. Dumped in. Trudeau with the puck and defended well. Now it's Morris. See, Jake, you say that, but if you optimized your rest days, you wouldn't have to play your backup goalie like barely at all. Like they'd have to play like 2 games, and that's not fun, to be honest. I want you to play your backup goalie at least like 4 or 5 games. And if that happened, if rest days were counted for goalie rest, then that wouldn't really work well. Great pass, but a better save by Townsend. There goes Ekstrom. Ekstrom flattened by Jim Snow. And here goes Stanek. Stanek defended well. Tex Ham with 10 seconds to go in the period. Ham charging in, leads the league in goals of 9, but won't get his 10th there as Porter snagging it and a whistle. Here's Niskanen. 3 seconds left. Niskanen trampled. And that is it for the period. Josh McDavid with a massive hit on Mikko Niskanen to end the period. And the crowd loving that. My goodness, 2 expected goals for the Quebec Caribou and none on the scoreboard. It's been a great game for Todd Townsend, who has been elite this year so far. Anyways, the second period we go. The hits are pretty even, shots are pretty even, but so far the advantage is to the Monarchs. We hold the second. Ekstrom, as they start the period on the offense. Save made, rebound controlled by Quebec. Loxton. Shot stopped. Loxton again. Townsend saying no. Turcotte hit. Pass to Whitney. Oh, what a marvelous save by Todd Townsend. Sliding across, just got the pad on it. Going the other way, save made. Odin Whitney. Whitney knocked away by Townsend. Here goes McDavid. Long shot saved, and Gates flattens him to the ice. No penalty. Here goes Turcotte. Turcotte into the zone, dumps it in. Rocky Stone resets. Stevenson with some pressure, but gets to Larson. Jet Larson. And crushed by Snow, one of the smallest defensemen in the league, still can pack a hit or 2 as Lindholm gets to that puck. Here goes Tex Ham, getting it in deep. Donuts with the puck, gets it to Stanek. Stanek down the wing, 3-on-2. Pass to Niskanen in, but a fantastic stop again from Todd Townsend. 19 saves for him so far tonight. He has been on fire to begin the game. And a battle for it. George Stevenson coming out with it. Here he goes. Stevenson in. Save again by Townsend. And penalty coming up here on Quebec. Slashing is the call. And Montreal are onto the power play. Just under halfway into the second. Face off here. Won by Turcotte. And gonna skate it out here. It was a bad decision. Here goes Silton and in. But a save by Porter. Turcotte still has it. In he goes. Turcotte. Shot blocked by McDavid. And crushed by Turcotte. And takes a penalty. Tripped up a Montreal player. And it's a 5-on-3 coming up for the Monarchs here. For 14 seconds. Face off. Won by Siltonen. To Ham. That was the worst shot I have seen from Tex Ham this year. Tries to make up for it, but Porter with a pretty simple save. Siltonen to Lazarev. To Stromberg. Siltonen. Great passing, and he scores. Masterful passing from Lazarev. And Stromberg, and Siltonen finishes it. And it is 3-0. And still 20 seconds of 5-on-4. Here comes Niskanen. Into the zone, he scores! Mikko Niskanen makes it 3-1, a shorthanded goal. Mikko Niskanen, the user player, finds a way. Goes 5-hole on Todd Townsend, makes it 3-1. That was something. Here's Martinez. Martinez, big hit by Siltanen of all players. Not known for his physicality, but really threw a hit there. Stromberg tried to find Ham, but the pass was a bit behind him. And that pass tried to get it to Stromberg, but now out of the box. Martinez shot, knocked away by Townsend. Turcotte seals it to Markov through traffic, saved by Townsend. McDavid. McDavid's got some time, but the shot is knocked away by Porter. 35 seconds. Here comes Odin Whitney. Whitney still has some magic. Not quite. Save made. Now it's Siltanen. And locks in a couple of hits at center ice. Here's the piece. Loxinen. In. Glove save. Rebound. Doesn't go. Stromberg skating it out. 20 seconds to go in the period. Stromberg still gutting it out. He has been on the ice for a long time. Morris to Ekstrom. Save. And a beauty by. And a penalty coming up here on Ekstrom, as he gets called for tripping in a power play now for Quebec. 10.8 seconds left. Markov, save, cleared out. That should take us to the end of the period. Maybe one last chance for Quebec here on a quick shot. Stanek, nope, they'll just clear it out. That's it for the period. And Whitney saying something to Todd Townsend, interesting. Not sure what that's about, but can't be good. Trying to take him off his game, perhaps. And after 2, Quebec are the team that probably should be winning unexpected goals, but Todd Townsend has been on fire. 25 saves for him this game so far. So we go to the third period. Quebec have a power play, a chance to get the score back to 1, as McDavid just going to send it in. Siltanen. So McDavid just blocked shot by Turcotte, and now the breakout to Stanek. Stanek fires, scores! Sebastian Stanek, and it's 3-2. The power play gets its act together as the special teams on the rush. I mean, I don't know. If more people want to join, we can do it, maybe. Just, you might not get commentary because it's a little late over here. Here's McDavid, saved by Porter. And McDavid, he scores! Josh McDavid! 4-2. Assists for Tex Hand, only his 3rd of the year. He's mostly a goal scorer. Yeah, it seems like most people aren't going to be available for an 8th day, so we're going to leave it at this, I think. We'll do an afternoon slate, I think. We'll do it before the games start. Whitney, the Stanek, what a save, off the post! Townsend covers. Lucky for Todd Townsend, the post is his best friend. Markov in, rush! Whitney is there! 4-3. Rush in front, bodies everywhere. Townsend begging for an interference call, but it's not going to go his way, as McDavid runs into his own goalie. And that gives Whitney an open net. 4-3 the score. 30 seconds into the 3rd. There have been 2 goals already. Or 3 goals, actually. Forgot about that first one. Porter in, saved. Turcotte with it. Turcotte and intercepted. Trudeau. Good defense by the Caribou. Here comes Odin Whitney. Whitney, good defense by whoever that was. I couldn't catch the name. Here goes Larson. Intercepted by Snow. Good poke check. Here he goes. Snow up to Whitney. Oh, it's Lindholm. That makes sense. Lindholm up to Strome. Passing. Lazarev. Breakaway. Look out. Saved by Porter. Lazarev to Strome. Lindholm. Long shot. Saved. Larson to the corner. Trying to find Stone. He does, but intercepted. Niskanen has it. Niskanen already has one tonight, but can't get the shot away. Strome. Bouncing off a defender to the outside. Now cuts back to the inside. Shot. Saved. Donuts. Able to get it out. Donuts to Niskanen. Niskanen knocked out by Dolzal. The new addition to the lineup, brought in from a trade by Orlando, where he was sitting on the bench, but now he's playing. Here's Stevenson. Dumped in. Dolzal up to Morris. To Oxenden. What a stop. What a pass by Bronco, but a better save by Todd Townsend. In goes Stromberg. Defended well. Loxinen. Oh yeah, I forgot to brag about this play from Montreal too. He got traded over as well as a shot saved by Townsend. Ibragimov and his infrared glasses. Here's Gates off the post. Oh, Phil Gates nearly makes it a 1-goal game. Here goes Morris, saved by Porter. Morris has some room, crushed by Martinez. 40 seconds left. Ibragimov knocks him off the puck and takes over to Stromberg. And dumped in off the face of Phil Gates. Hopefully he's okay. Went right to the bench after that. That looked painful. As here goes Ekstrom. Never mind, he's out on the ice. He's a warrior. And Porter makes the save. 24.8 seconds left. Quebec needing a goal. Face off. Won by Quebec. Here's Hercules Donuts. Charging in. Long shot. Saved. Rebound. Whitney with a big hit. Donut trying to get to the middle, but defended. Now it's Ekstrom trying to take as much time off as he can. Shot, saved. Ekstrom gets it back to Trudeau. Save, rebound, Ham can't get it to go. Lindholm can't get it to go. But it's not going to matter. Lundahl, one last shot, saved, and that is it. The Monarchs win again, 4-3. Todd Townsend with just enough saves to get them the win. I mean, a really good game. Quebec trying to mount the comeback, but just couldn't quite beat Todd Townsend enough. Sometimes we're bound for Spain. And now we're bound for Spain. This song is so fire, bro. Oh, my goodness. Quebec got heaved away. It was the 4-3 win, a big win for the Monarchs, who take back control of first place in the East with that win. And first place, I mean, they were already first place in the Canadian, but that kind of solidifies it. Anyways, I gotta get the screenshots in. That would have been bad if I forgot to do that. Anyways, that is it for tonight. We will see you tomorrow for more CCH. Good night.